welcome to Unity of Flagstaff. I am Reverend Penny Honey, and as always, it is truly our joy to share this time with you. Be sure and share this YouTube channel with your friends and your family, and I don't know, maybe even people you don't like. And that is, of course, at youtube.unityofflagstaff.org. If you have any questions about the ministry, go to our website, which is www.unityofflagstaff.org. And you can find out everything you ever want to know about this ministry. But I have so many things that I want to tell you today that I'm going to read them off of this little piece of paper. We have all kinds of drives going. We got a coat drive for the Flagstaff Family Shelter. We have a food drive for the Flagstaff Family Food Center. I'm going to be driving by to say hello if you have made that request, just to stand out in the yard and wave at you, because I sure do miss you all. So lots of drives going on. Also, I want to remind you that if you're not getting our newsletter, it is our main form of communication right now. So email me at office@unityofflagstaff.org, and I will see that you get the newsletter. Our great and wondrous newsletter maker, Marcia, will see that that happens. So thank you for that. Hey, and in that newsletter and on our website, of course, you can find out about all these fun fundraisers that we're going to be doing. Unity of Flagstaff is going to have a calendar, so you can sponsor a page. Be sure and check that out. You can also find out about the Bazaar. How bizarre! Unity of Flagstaff is having a holiday bazaar, and that's going to happen in the sanctuary. All, of course, COVID protocol in place, and that's going to happen on December 12th. So be watching the be watching our website. That's what you should be watching. And also the newsletter for that. There is now a new section in the newsletter, and this will be through the month of November, and it's called Season of Thanks. Won't you email me at office@unityofflagstaff.org and let me know what you're thankful for. It's always good to share gratitude, don't you know? And on Sundays at 11 a.m., click on the Zoom link that you'll find on the webpage to join our social hour. If you're not able to get on the webpage, then you email me at office@unityofflagstaff.org, and I'll get you that link. All right, my friends, that's all for now. We are now going to enjoy the amazing music of Wiley Beveridge. Be well. Heal our way forward. God of red and blue states. God of purple people. Hear our prayers. After the election, some will rejoice. Let them not gloat. After the election, some will grieve. Let them despair. Heal our way forward. Soften our hardened hearts. Inspire us. May we have eyes to see and ears to hear and hearts to hope.
Heal our way forward, soften our hardened hearts. Heal our way forward, inspire us to be just, kind and humble. May we have eyes to see. May we have ears to hear and hearts to hope. Heal our way forward. No turning back. Heal our way forward. Heal our
So thank you, Wiley. Thank you for that. You know, that reading was something that Wiley had reposted on Facebook, and I saw it, and it resonated. Heal our way forward. That just sounded just right to me. Heal our way forward. Soften our hardened hearts. Inspire us to be just and kind and humble. May we have eyes to see and ears to hear and hearts to hope. Amen. You know, we may not have the cure yet, however, the healing can start right now. What does it take to heal great division? Now, yes, I am referencing what is happening on our planet right now. But I'm also asking you this question. What does it take to heal great division within you? What does it take to heal those places, I like to say, that are sandpaper to our soul? What does it take to heal? How do we put all the pieces back together? You know, the word healing is based on a German word. I love words, and I love taking them apart. And I notice I do that a lot in these messages, is I want to tell you where the word came from. Because, you know, I'm taking this Bible interpretation class right now, and I think that has really magnified that for me, because we read these words and we put our meaning to them, but what were they originally? What was the intention when somebody said the word healing? So it's actually a German word, and it translates into making whole. To make whole. Healing could mean not just physical healing, of course, but repairing and strengthening are also words that are used to define healing. Restoring, renewing. I could use a little bit of that in our world right now, where we feel restored, where we start to feel renewed, where we start to heal. So, anything in your life that needs to be healed? You don't have to say that out loud. I'm venturing just a wild guess here that, yeah, maybe just one thing, but I venture to guess that there are things to be healed in our lives. You know, in today's world, it's easy to look outside and say, look at all that healing that needs to happen. We're hearing it a lot right now, the word healing, aren't we? Look at all that healing that needs to happen out there. So we're just hearing a lot of that. And you know, in truth, it doesn't surprise me that we're hearing that word a lot, because we have brought that to the forefront of our consciousness. And that is not just about what's happening in the world. There's a reason that so much healing is needed right now on the planet. You know, what we teach is we create our world with our thoughts. Now, I'm not blaming anybody, not one individual anywhere, for what is happening on our planet right now with the pandemic. We got this whole election thing running. We've got people that are still going to bed at night hungry. Or people right now, tonight, today, that will not have the heat that they need to stay warm enough. So those are things that are happening on the planet. And those things need to be healed. So it is no surprise to me that in everything, the big stuff that it appears we're talking about that needs to be healed is actually happening. Because you know what? The law is the law. And so when we see a need for healing, when we say that needs to be fixed and that needs to be healed, and oh, they need to open their hearts. Guess who we're talking to? Yeah, right? And guess where that consciousness is coming from? Right here. Because the law is the law. I love it when I see the world exactly as I think it should be. I like thinking I created that with my thoughts. Right up until it's something I don't like to see. But I don't get to have it both ways. So if we're going to talk about healing on the planet, if we're going to talk about all this, we've got a pandemic and we've got this election thing and we've got all this stuff going on. If we're going to talk about the healing needing to happen there, I invite you into a bigger thought. I invite you into recognizing that collectively, the consciousness that we are experiencing, we have created. Take a breath. Take a breath. It's okay. Because something bigger than us, something smarter than us, individually, but collectively, we have been smart enough to bring this forward, this need for healing, because now is the time. Because right now, the consciousness that has been created that says that needs to be healed is exactly right on. And we're going to get the opportunity to do that. Yay us, right? Looking at the thoughts that we hold around something may be where we want to start. That's what we teach. We just don't get to have it both ways. And so I understand, because right here, I hear myself say it. Oh, somebody should. They ought to not. Or they, whatever, all that advice that I have for out there in the world, it has to start right here. Now we know this. We are smart, new thought, open-minded people, right? I didn't have anything to do with this consciousness. I didn't help create this. Yes, I did. I'm that powerful, and so are you. And so are you. That's the good news. Because that means we have the opportunity to heal, right? Because we've already proven we have the power to create. We have that power to heal. So take a breath. Take that in. We are that big. We are that smart. We are that strong. We are that amazing. We are that expression of God that would bring forth the healing that is needed here and there. That's who we are. That's what this is about, in my humble opinion. So back to why it doesn't surprise me. This is a microcosm. This right here, me, I'm a microcosm of the macrocosm. I can own that about me. And that's the invitation to you. The call to heal forward, is the invitation to step into change. I cannot, in good consciousness, say that needs to change and act as though I have no part in that. The instant that I have an opinion about it, I have a part in it. Because guess what? I'm holding those thoughts. Guess what? I'm helping create that. It's an invitation to change. Change is a coming. There is both relief and fear in that, for me. Now, when we commit to healing in our lives, doing our own work, we have the chance to change the trajectory and to move our entire world toward healing. Because we've already talked about how powerful we are. Look what we have created. Heal our way forward and soften our hardened hearts. Inspire us to be just and kind and humble. As we step into this healing, does it mean that we have the cure? Because I'm encouraging us to step into a place of healing, does that mean I'm holding us responsible for the cure? I don't think so. You know, curing thing busies itself with situations and specifics and bits that have gone wrong. Whereas healing is more about wholeness. And the healing, as I said at the beginning, can start now. We don't have to wait for the cure. In fact, let's not give our power away and think that the cure is seated in one person, in one administration, in one leader. Let's not do that. Let's own who we are. And let's allow the cure to happen as a result of having moved into healing. Now we'll start to move through and toward divine ideas. Now we'll start to move toward collaborating and working together and holding thoughts that move us that direction, that create that. The cure will come. The healing needs to begin now. It's ours to do. You know, Rich Harwood, he was the president and the founder of Harwood Institute for the public. He said he worked with the community and the families from Sandy Hook. So obviously this man has been around healing, a lot of healing. He also says that America is in a very challenging moment. That's what he says. And he says this, there's no magic wand that we can wave around and correct all of the challenges that we face today. It's going to take us taking small steps, baby steps, forward. Rebuilding our trust, restoring our belief in ourselves and one another, and knowing that we can get things done together. Now I want you to take that information in, and I want you to apply that to your own personal healing. So think about this. We're going to take baby steps. We're going to rebuild our trust, the trust of our own discernment, the trust of the universe, the trust of God. We're going to rebuild that. Then we're going to restore our belief in ourselves. And then we're going to restore our belief in others. And we can get things done together. The revealing word defines healing as this: restoring to original purity or integrity. Charles Fillmore tells us that there are 4 things that are required to heal. Now these are pretty sound for our own personal healing as well as the healing of the planet, actually. The first one is to believe. To believe that we can move through tough times in our lives and on our planet. And heal, to make whole again. Because we all arrived here whole. We all arrived here perfect, and we still are. We may have just moved a little off of that definition. Just momentarily, but that's where the healing comes in. So to believe that we can move through tough times. I believe we can move through these tough times. In fact, I think we're doing it. Openness and receptivity to the stream of healing that is always available. To stand open and receptive to the healing that is all around us all the time. Have a little story about that one. So today, me and some amazing woodchucks got together. Helen and Michael scoped out a place to get wood. And Helen and Michael and Dave and Susie and Bruce Higgins meet me in the middle of the woods with a pickup truck. What?
And Dave.
Oh, did I not say Dave? I'm sorry. Did I say Dave? Okay. So they meet me in the woods with a pickup truck and we start loading wood. We get back to my house now. Of course, now you done load it, right? That's the cool thing about that. So I picked up this log and I set it on the end of the tailgate and I said, interestingly enough, this gives me fond memories of my biological father. Now, I didn't really have it wasn't a bad relationship, it just wasn't a relationship with my biological father, right? And in that moment when I start working with wood, because we heated our home as I was growing up with wood, a lot of stacking, a lot of, splitting, a lot of hauling, a lot of carrying, you just do that. I got this sense of connection in that moment. And it brought back fond memories of doing that work with him. And I thought, this is a healing moment. This activity right here that looks like nothing, I certainly don't look like that 12-year-old girl, right? This moment right here opened up this opportunity, and because I was open and receptive, and I'm sure it has to do with the fact that I was doing this message today, right? I was open and receptive to the stream of healing. So it's running along there, that little stream of healing just running along there. There it is, it's running along. And all of a sudden, I open and I receive. And in that moment, I thought, you know what? It was pretty good to be a kid there. And I am grateful that I learned how to handle wood, right? That I know how to build a fire, that I know how to keep my house warm and cozy. And I had this flood of gratitude. That doesn't happen very often for me with my biological family. Open and receptive. Exercise of faith in our words, Charles tells us. Our spiritual quality is fused into unity with the power of the Christ consciousness when we exercise our faith and our words, Charles tells us. He also says that item number 4, all healing is based on mental cleansing. Whee! Open your mind. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the little rag, between the ears kind of thing. I love that. When the mind is free from error thoughts, and what we mean by error thoughts are thoughts that make us think that we are anything less than a divine child of God, because that's what you are. Right? So any thought that takes you away from that knowing, that's an error thought. So when the mind is free from error thoughts, harmony in the body ensues. Isn't that great? I love that. The true way to heal is to find the mental cause of the harm or of the thing that needs to be healed and destroy it. Release it. Be done with it. Allow yourself to heal. We all know about that thing about hanging on to stuff. That's a different message. So let's get started. That's what I say. So let's move on to healing the deep wounds in ourselves. The wounds that divide will conquer us if we leave them unattended. And it starts right here at this personal level. Healing is not about going backwards. It's about healing forward. Unlimited as the infinite provider is our resource, is what Myrtle Fillmore tells us in her book, Healing Letters. We must still the restless mortal in order to receive, then deep and full shall the inner breath be to fill our relaxed and receptive beings. Myrtle, of course, being one of our co-founders of Unity, was a frail, sick young lady, they told her. She had tuberculosis. This is the 1800s. That's not a good diagnosis, right? Myrtle happened to hear a gentleman by the name of E.B. Weeks. And E.B. Weeks said in 1886, I am a child of God and therefore I do not inherit sickness. And Myrtle said, I've been told I'm weak and frail and the world is a scary place all my life. Let's try that one on for size. I don't know that Myrtle said that, but that's what I would, I think she might have been a little more reserved than that, but she said, no, wait a minute. That's a new thought. And away she went with it. Couldn't hurt. Because what she had been thinking wasn't working for her, right? What she'd been told all of her life wasn't working. And she began regularly affirming, I am a child of God and therefore I do not inherit sickness. I am a child of God and therefore I do not inherit. Fill in the blank. What is it in your life? What is it that we can affirm that for our planet around? We do not inherit chaos. We do not inherit fear. We do not inherit anything less than the expression of God. I am a divine child of God. And you know what? Myrtle got well. And I think she lived to be 93. Was she 93? 86. 86. It was Charles. It was in his 90s. So she only lived to be 86.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah, pretty good, huh? For a weak, frail child that had been told all her life, I am a divine child of God. Therefore, I do not inherit. What is it in your life? I love this reading, and this woman's name is Dr. Diane. She's a hypnotherapist, and I loved this when I read it. She said, you want to heal? Treat yourself and each other like you are carrying your heart in your hands. It's that precious. It's that clear. It's that easy. Act as though you have been entrusted with the most precious thing that you have or that they have. You want to heal? Try that. Heal our way forward. That's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to do this. God of red and blue states, God of purple people, hear our prayers. After the election, some will rejoice. Let them not gloat. After the election, after the divorce, after the diagnosis, after the disagreement, after the loss, some will grieve. Let them not despair. Heal our way forward. Soften our hardened hearts. Inspire us to be just and kind and humble. May we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and hearts to hope. Healing ushers in joy. Healing ushers in collaboration. It ushers in peace. It ushers in connection. It ushers in change. As spiritual beings, it is our duty to heal. It's our duty. Eyes to hear and eyes to see and ears to hear. Hearts to hope for the change that is a-coming. It's always an honor. It's always an honor. Namaste. So now we're going to enjoy the music of Ryan Biter, and he is going to do the Sam Cooke song, A Change Is A-Coming.
I was born by the river in a little tent, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. So I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me, don't you hang around. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard to live it, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's out there beyond the sky. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, could you help me, please? But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there were times when I thought I couldn't last for long, but now I know I can carry on. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come.